So You Want to Be a Hero is made by and for ostensibly mature adults. As such, be advised that it may contain violence, sexual themes, and strong language such as raspberries or fook.
It's fuck. The word is fuck, Trevor.
Oh.
Full content warning can be found in the episode description.
Fuck.
Welcome to So You Want to Be a Hero, a real play Dungeons & Dragons podcast where five best friends said fuck it and pressed to record. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Brad Silman, and with me always are three best friends and Davis McQueen. Laus, Weindel!
Yo!
Emily Robinson.
Hey, guys.
John Garza. Those are three best friends and Davis McQueen.
Sorry, I forgot to open that before. No, you started. You absolutely did not.
What a
You were waiting.
God
Finger
damn.
on the trigger. Gotta click it and rip it. Let's go.
Click it and rip it. Speaking of click it and rip it,
Nope.
Dice Breakers. Now, if you don't know how to play Dice Breakers, it's good because I'm going to tell you. And if you don't know what I'm saying, listen to the song. Each of our players will roll a d20, and whoever rolls the highest gets to roll for a prompt. It's an improvised prompt. So roll those dices.
Ooh, 18.
12.
5.
8.
Lost you won, so please.
Like an Animaniacs episode.
I know, isn't it great? Honestly, I'm really proud of this one. All right, we're looking at 15.
15?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a low one.
This is one that we haven't done before, but this is a good one.
Good.
John,
Davis was lower.
you were 8?
Yeah, he was 5.
You were 5, excuse me. Davis, what battle in the campaign has been the most memorable for your character? It's a great question.
That is a great question.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Good roll.
for
Good roll, Loss.
my character, I mean, I guess it's got to be the dude who pulled Molotov cocktails out of his face,
Okay.
just because that was the weirdest shit that Tango's ever seen. But for me, it was the time that I whipped that guy. I came out of the rubble and I whipped that guy
Like a
and
ball
I threw.
rug.
Oh, so
Like a
good.
mini ball rug.
Yes, mini ball rug.
John, what was Sparrow's most memorable battle in the campaign so far?
Is it a battle if they didn't get to shoot
No.
back?
No, it's
I'm
not.
just curious.
Make something else your personality.
Okay, one note. I would probably say it was the giant ballroom fight. The Great
cool.
Hall.
Yeah.
Especially,
Is it a hall or was it a great hall?
it was a great hall, but
was an
especially
okay
when you
hall.
jump into a beam of light and go, I'm absorbing elements.
That's my favorite. And then Davis, and then Brad's like,
Is
you
this
get hit with
necrotic?
necrotic energy. Oh no. It wasn't on my list. There were 8 choices. I had good odds.
You had great odds, but that wasn't one of them.
That was my favorite moment of that
Trevor.
battle.
It
Specifically.
was good.
What was Trevor's most favorite battle in this
Favorite battle. Ooh.
I didn't think it was favorite battle. I thought it was most like.
Memorable.
campaign? Memorable.
Memorable.
Favorite, memorable. They're about the same. What was
They're-
most memorable?
they're
Words are in
very
memorable.
different meanings.
Memorable. Excuse me.
Probably the one with a million metal spider things where he ended up buried under a building.
That's pretty memorable.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
memorable.
it sticks with you.
And I'm glad it does stick with you, just like the spiders, dead spiders on your armor and on your axe.
Are they really dead or are they just waiting to steal your memories?
Ooh. Open, shut them. Who knows? And we're gonna end on the person who doesn't fight.
Rap battle number 2.
Whoa!
That's the most memorable one because I got trapped and that's when Brad upped the game and had a backbeat and then wiped the floor with me. But
I still contend that I held my own pretty well.
You did. I thought you did
a lot
great.
better than Scooby Dooby Doo.
Yeah, but that's a
Listen here,
low bar.
That's a low bar.
Listen here. That was fine. And that was good improv.
Listen, I said it in the episode. You started really strong, I thought, and then you had a really cool kind of change, but you lost it at the end.
Look, Scooby Dooby Doo I thought it was fantastic. It's how Sinatra ends fucking, what is it, Summer in the Wind.
You know, not a lot
Yeah,
of people
but
know
now
that, but
it's
that's where the
derivative.
dog comes from. That the character comes from that song.
And he does it. Scooby Dooby 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 Doo Scooby Doo. That's you just went Scooby Dooby Doo.
Well, I was rapping. What did you expect of me?
You could have just slowly faded out.
Like, this did not become Let's Break Lost Down. This
He's
is
not
a
walking
D&D
into
game.
this rap battle with a ballad, all right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I didn't come prepared.
You did on the third.
I mean, Grisham's gonna come back, so I hope you are keeping your rhyming notebook prep.
No.
You know?
Listen, there's a rhyme and reason for everything. Okay.
No. Start the game, Brad.
It's not a joke if you're just referring to something that happened in the past.
We open up on Forte, a knife at your neck and a voice in your ear. If you want to live, don't move.
My name is Forte Black, and I'm worth a lot of money. Do you care for stories?
Go on.
So there's a group of adventurers. Let's call them To Be Determined and
Okay.
their benefactor. They are trying to reach this town called Garland.
Yes.
And so they reach a fork in the road. They could go two directions. One that heads towards Villa Caporia, and one that heads towards Garland. And since Garland was their main option, that's the option they decided to go with, which makes a lot of sense to me. Now, we get there. Not Garland, of course, but the guard post.
Yes.
And we meet the world's worst uncle. A man named Norman. Who wanted to get to his niece's 5th birthday party and risking life to do so. And I said, wouldn't it be better to be alive? And he said, are you threatening me? To which I replied, no, I'm not. And then everyone else decided I was also threatening him, which they are all very wrong about.
He puts the knife closer to your neck.
Okay, well, we're moving past that. Instead of going to this little swamp town, which would just be a roundabout way to get to Garland, they decided to just sneak around the guards, which is how I am now in your company, of course. The guards really not that good, just blocking the path and nothing really around it. Mind-boggling, to say the least, but I guess they just assume people will be sheep and just do whatever they say. Anyway, so we sneak around it, I, under duress, and protest, just so we're super clear here. And then as we're walking along the path, an arrow. Another arrow. And then a giant fucking bird. And then I ran into the woods and hid, and now I am in your company. Please don't kill me.
And now?
I ransom really well. This
ransom
this
well.
isn't my first kidnapping. I want you to know. I've
Not
been
even my first kidnapping this week.
It's been 3 weeks, okay?
Actually, not wrong.
4
Most
weeks.
recently, I was kidnapped and had my brain sucked out by a bug. But, you know, that's a few episodes ago.
It's more than a few.
Please don't kill me.
And then we move over to Be Determined. Tango, you're still face to face with this rock as it screeches in. Give me some kind of animal handling or insight or perception that you would like to do for this moment. You just
Okay.
casted Friends with Beast.
Oh, that is an 8 animal handling.
I'll give you an advantage because you did cast
That is a 16.
16. You can sense the anxiety that it has being in this moment of just a person on its back, but calming down because he has a friend now, or they have a friend now.
Hey, Tango, Honeypot. What's your name, big guy?
Rock! Dwayne Johnson!
Rock. Okay. Rock. These are my friends. That's Sparrow, not a bird, but named after a bird.
Sparrow, not a bird.
This is Norman. Norman, right?
You look over at Norman, and you can see him kind of just like shaken up. He's
Covered in goat blood.
Covered in goat blood because he was writing your best friend,
Yeah.
Samwise Goat Cheese, R.I.P. And
And this is Trevor.
Trevor's on the back still of the rock.
Hang on, I think the taming bar is almost full.
I need you to press X as fast as you can. As
Oh,
fast
I'm
as you
pressing
can.
it.
Okay.
I'm pressing.
You're pressing X.
And Forte's somewhere.
As you're looking around for him, Sparrow, you see Norman just having a hard time. And he's kind of in shock right now.
All right, buddy. Let's go ahead and sit you down. Find you a nice shaded spot.
And you're like walking, you're like guiding him to the forest or just somewhere under
like
a tree.
Under
or
a
something,
tree, just off the
something like that. And he goes, "Thanks, Sparrow." And he just vomits on your shoes.
Oh, that was my.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just get it all out. Deep breaths. Here, have some water. Wash your mouth.
What was that thing?
That right there, the giant bird.
That wasn't a dream.
No, Norman, this is Rock.
He vomits again on your shoes.
Hey,
I'm gonna take a step to the left now.
And Sparrow, you made fun of me for waterproofing your shoes, but I bet you appreciate it now.
You know, that's great and all, but it's all up my leg at
All
this
right,
point.
all right.
I'm going to grab Rock on each side of his face and look straight in the eye. Rock, I need you to do me a big favor. If Samwise is still in your goaler, I'm going to need you to puke that goat out, please. Because you just killed one of my best friends.
I need you to roll me a luck check, please. Just a straight luck check, but
Just to
at
see
this-
if it's still alive in the gullet.
11. I don't think there's any number on this D20 luckier than 11. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's called 20.
So
I would like to pull a petal off my daisy.
Now,
wrong game. So
there's 32 petals left.
it burps, and you just hear a burp because their Samwise goat
A little
cheese
piece
is
of intestine
100%.
comes out.
Yeah, you gave it a collar and it just comes out covered in drool and spit.
It's a nice leather collar that wraps around your arm
Oh,
that says Samwise.
he burps up the collar?
Yeah.
And it wraps itself around your arm. Gross.
Okay.
John,
Yeah.
give me a perception check
Okay.
real quick.
It's a slap bracelet.
Not one.
Not one.
Yeah, not one.
As you're trying to clean off your shoes, you're kind of like walking a little bit because you're just trying to get it off.
God
and
damn
you
it.
trip backwards over the body of the rock rider that you had just shot.
Oh.
And you fall back.
I put this here. Shit. I look at the rock riders. You have anything in his pockets?
Yeah. Give me a.
Looting dead bodies.
What is
Classic
it? Is it
D&D.
another nat one?
Oh no, it's a 10 plus whatever the check is you want.
Perception.
Oh
no, investigation because you're actively looking.
14 then.
14. Perfect. You find.
You have that shit memorized?
I do.
God, you're such a nerd.
You find a locket around his neck. There's nothing in his pockets, just some like dry food and just like rocks.
Oh, this is morose.
But
Probably
you-
a loved one.
You find the locket wrapped around his neck. It's a silver, kind of like wing shaped.
Yep, compartmentalizing this right into the pocket.
Don't even want to know, huh?
Don't even look at it. All
All right,
right.
fine. I'll open it.
You don't have to.
I'll
We're
open
not
it.
pressuring you to open up.
Oh,
the locket.
yes, you are.
Okay.
You don't see the faces in this room.
I'm pressuring you.
All right, I open
Let it be known Laus is pressuring John to play the game.
It has
I
been-
open it.
Did anybody write that down? He's pressuring him.
Oh, hang on one sec.
Thank you.
Thank you for the notes.
Laus is
Is
a bully.
Loss is a bully.
I've
All
been
right.
saying it for years.
You open up the silver wing, and you see a drawing on parchment that looks like it's old and worn out. It's a family, 2 parents, 2 siblings.
They're just stick figures.
They're not.
The hits just keep on coming.
They're not stick figures. It's not a crude drawing.
Yeah.
It's fine, but it's about average.
It's not a stick figure, but it is really shitty.
It's
All
a
right.
six.
Four
And it's
fingers on
worn.
each hand.
It's worn.
Warren, the person who's dead, I pull off the helmet to see if it's the same people in the picture. Did he's wearing?
You pull off the helmet. It's not really a helmet. It's more of like a cowl,
Okay.
right?
Inside the visor is another picture of his family that
No.
falls down.
It does look a little bit resembling it's an elf. It does with short, kind of blonde, not a mullet, but shaved on the sides and kind of longer on the top.
Oh, what Davis is rocking right now.
Not that long. Not that long. We'll take a picture, put it on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll put it on Instagram. Yeah.
But
Of my hair?
yeah, of
Yes.
your hair. Of your hair.
Oh, no.
But
You look like a
We'll
Peaky
blur your
Blinder.
face out.
you look like a Peaky Blinder. He's lifeless, but yeah, he does have some resemblance. I need you to roll me a history
Regret.
check.
History.
Just a straight history.
Oh, no, this one I need to see if I'm proficient in.
Probably not, but
I am not proficient, so it'll be an 11.
an 11.
Yes.
You being an elf, this person doesn't look familiar to you in any way, shape, or form with an 11, but
Not elves know each other.
I'm
Brad.
not saying they
Racist.
don't, but there's other things that I have in the story, Emily. Thank you. God.
Our energy is aggressive tonight.
It's okay. It's okay.
It is pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't
Okay,
mean to raise
so-
my voice, Emily. I'm sorry. This is just a game.
I don't forgive you.
That's fine.
Smart move.
Okay, so
Person kind of, doesn't look familiar, but also at the same time, there's a familiarity to you, to this person.
like from my old home familiar?
Possibly. With an 11, you don't know. You're not sure.
This doesn't feel great. All right, well, we're just going to put that right back. Put the cowl down. Pocket the
The locket, pocket the locket.
Yeah.
And then we go back to Forte as you're being held at knife point.
Yeah, where's Forte?
Do it again.
Where's Forte?
A knife still being
That's normally
held
what
to-
I think when I find a dead body.
Where's you're still being held by knife point. You can't really see who's holding you, just this large arm, right? And you're kind of like also grasped around your chest. And then an older man with black leathers and long white, wearing a mask of a leaf with the eyes opening, walks up. He goes, this was a mistake. Oh, what do you mean? This wasn't the patrol. Damn it. Okay. What do you want to do with him?
You could let me go.
He's coming with us.
I can be silent.
The man holding you removes the knife.
Oh, thank
and you feel it like get sheathed. Like you hear. You're coming with us.
Yes, of course. I've been ransomed before. I
No.
know how this works. Here are my arms if you want to tie them up.
He's still holding you with this one arm.
I know, but I mean, unless you're going to carry me, at some point I feel like this is probably a better option. You just tie them around my wrists, and then you make a long chain, and I fall from
Trust me, I'm
behind.
an expert at this.
Trust the process.
As he said that you're coming with them, you see two other people wearing earthly colored leathers, same leaf mask, bows emerging from the bush, arrows ready, facing outwards into the valley. The man in black, and then two others appear. One surrounding by this arcane energy flowing around her arms. She has a dark braid. And then there's this other one that's emanating a soft blue light with their hands. She's got short blonde hair.
Wait.
Back over her elven ears.
Don't show me your face.
They're not. You don't see their faces. You just see the leaves.
I just see your hair. Ah, the masked cowl. I understand now.
Yes, the masked cow. The bowmen resemble the rock rider that you saw Sparrow shot. They have the exact same kind of clothing. What are you doing, John?
I saw nothing. I was deep in the woods.
Wait, so really quick.
Yeah.
How many people?
There's 6 people in total.
Okay.
The man holding Forte.
The man being
the man
held,
in black.
Forte.
2 casters and 2 bowmen.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want to reach out to an RL in Taran. He likes me, I'm pretty sure.
Story time is over, he says.
Do you not need to know who to send the ransom note to?
He picks you up and he begins to carry you.
Your arms are very warm. Can you put me over your shoulder?
He does.
Would you like to tie my hands now?
The man in black with the leaf and the long white ponytail comes up to you and he goes, I think it might be best if you just a little bit.
Oh, do you have a gag?
No, but maybe you shouldn't talk because there's a lot of emotions going on right now with a lot of other people and you seem to talk quite a bit.
Yes, that's why gag's probably helpful. When I get nervous, I talk.
You see the girl with the...
I think Tango left one in your bag for you.
Shame Samwise's goat cheese must have eaten it during the breaking.
You see the girl with the ponytail and the arcane energy flowing around her arms literally just takes a piece of cloth from her shirt and ties it around you. Prestidigitate as she's coming to tie it around you, and it's literally one of the tightest gags you've ever had around your mouth.
I just give him a thumbs up and relax.
She ripped that off of her shirt from her pit, and now
I prestidigitated the shit out of
He
it.
prestidigitated it.
It's
And
like the gag version of a thunder shirt.
There are tears going down Forte's eyes right now because he understands that if he freaks out, he's going to get killed. But he needs to freak out, but he can't freak out. The best he can do is prestidigitate, but the germs are still there in his mind. So now he's just crying.
as you are walking deeper into the brush, the woman that just put a gag around your mouth steps up next to the man that's carrying you over your shoulder. You can't really get a good sight of him, right? She goes, the Rulian scum that killed Arium, what do we do with them? And the man in black goes up to her and goes, child, hold please. This is a devastating loss, yes, but let's not be reckless. And she looks at him. I do not follow you. And the man holding you stops in place and says, Alira, stop. She turns and kind of starts to walk back to the back of the pack with the other people. And you can kind of hear some heavy breathing and tears fall from her. Not fall from her, but coming from her way as you look. And the one caster with the blue energy and the short blonde hair kind of comforts her a little bit. And he's still holding you, this man. What's up?
Would you say they're hostile to me at this juncture or just her?
Just her.
Great. Since they didn't tie my hands, I am pulling out a small amount of makeup as I just put it right under my eyes because that's the component I need for friends because it is not a vocal spell.
Okay, you're going to cast Friends?
Yeah, just on this guy while carrying me. just quietly with my fingers and the makeup on my face.
Okay.
I'm adding more dirt.
So
It just, at some point, it gives me, for 1 minute, it gives me advantage to concentration checks. So then I go,
the man in black comes up to you again. Do we need to put another one on you? Okay. Just relax. Okay, just relax. It's going to be okay. You might lose a toe or something at worst. Shh, shh, shh. The man.
The look on John's face right now.
What? I tried to get his foot earlier.
Sorry, I've lost where I'm at because of loss. The man holding you says, "Friend, please calm down. Shh, it's going to be okay. You will not lose a foot." Okay. But he turns. You still don't see him because, you're on his shoulder. And he says, "Rec, please call her home." And he turns, and you see one of the two bowmen just completely disappear into the brush, headed towards where the TBD is. And you guys begin to head deeper into the brush. TBD! You just found the locket, John. Or Sparrow. You're making friends with Rock. Trevor, the bar's almost fully loaded. Okay, the taming bar. Taming bar? Is that what you called it earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a few minutes. Forte is still not made his way out yet.
Did anybody see where Forte went?
Wait, didn't Forte have a thing about birds? Forte! This one's a good one.
it's a good one. Maybe we can, hey, Rock, how do you feel about carrying all of us?
Give me an animal handling check. With advantage, you're friends.
14.
14. Or you see Rock look at Sparrow. Nothing happens. You see Rock look at Norman. Nothing really matters. And you see the goats and the eyes widen.
How about you two do a quick scan of the area and I'll watch Norman, who's throwing up over here.
Norman actually is calmed down.
All right, I'll watch Norman and the goats do a quick flyby.
Okay.
Norman comes to you, though, first, and Tango, and goes, how on earth did you calm this thing?
Well, you spend enough time in the woods, you make friends with all sorts of creatures, you know? And yes, he did just eat one of my new best friends, but...
I'm still here.
Well, Norman, you are a friend, but I'm not sure we're in that best area yet.
I've been told that I might be one of the best types of friends. Funkel.
Oh my god. Okay. Can you take just us up real quick? We gotta look for our friend.
You see the Rock continue to stare down Petor and Mary.
Goats are friends, not food. Okay?
Oh my God, you.
These goats, friends. Especially the rhino over there. That's Gloria. Gloria's a friend.
You see Gloria just like eating some grass.
She's just
Chill.
very stoically looking at the Rock like, yeah,
So,
sup.
up we go?
And then all of a sudden, you all hear this loud, booming horn. The Rock's eyes break and then begin to fly up with Trevor on his back, or on the Rock's back, leaves you, Tango, and then says, "Friend!" And it reaches down and it grabs you in its mouth, but it's not swallowing you.
Right.
And you and Trevor instantly go into the air as fast as they could. As fast as this rock can take you. Trevor, I need you to make a strength saving throw as the rock goes into the air with advantage.
Okay.
Because you are attached to like not a harness, but like a saddle.
Welcome to So You Want to Be a Top Gun.
Nice. Oh my God, yes.
Okay, that's a 27.
27. As this bird just takes off into the air, you see
Trevor
the bird.
locks in with his knees, but throws his hands up in the air like he's on a roller coaster. And just goes,
And that's the last thing Sparrow sees.
Well, yeah, it looks like it's going according to plan, right? Because you asked the rock to take you.
But you hear that horn. Birds fly throughout the entirety of the forest, just like it scares them, and they just start flying. And you see the rock fly up with one big gust, screech extremely loud, reach down to Tango, grab Tango in its mouth, and then shoot off.
You're pushed back 5 feet because of how
Yeah, give
strong
me a
the
dexterity
wings are.
saving throw. This one's for Norman. Give me a second. I got to pull up rock stats real quick.
Norman just hits his head against a rock and
He's
dies
just-
and breaks his neck.
19.
Like 10. Just trips on his carpet.
Okay. So, God damn, I'm sorry, Norman.
nobody liked him. It's okay.
Okay. 19. You get pushed back a little bit, but you tumble, and then you kind of go backwards and kind of catch yourself on your feet. And as you look up, the wings literally push Norman. Norman was right next to Tango as this happened. And on my nat 1 of his dexterity saving throw, Norman gets pancaked into the ground by the pressure and the force of the wings taking up, of this gargantuan bird. And you just see boom, all of this happens, and the rock it just goes into the forest behind you.
And you just hear
Wait,
in
did
your
he
head
actually
Forte's voice
die?
going,
Or,
"Fucking told you so."
Somebody's got to do a investigation check.
well, I'm not there.
No. All right, John. Sparrow, what would you like to do?
Shit. I run over to Norman.
That's a nat 1 on his first death saving fail.
I run over to Norman and I try to apply first aid.
All right, roll me a medical.
I'm not good at this.
Sparrow being left alone, having to save a life.
It's a 19 plus. Hold on.
Hey,
I gotta see if I have. It's a 19 plus 3, 22.
you stabilize him.
Oh, you're not as important as they are.
But what about his
Norman!
knees?
Nearby,
Yeah.
you hear shouting coming.
Fuck, I'm out of time too.
As
Mary, Pitor, come on, Gloria. Here, girl.
roll me a concentration check, Emily.
Okay.
The goats just walk up to you.
It's an 18.
Okay, you're good. Gloria's still. I'm just gonna make a concentration check to see if Gloria just kind of, because it is steed. It's a spell, right?
Oh,
Isn't it?
Was it
I
Find a
mean-
Steed or was it Phantom Steed?
it's fine, Steed.
I think that's a permanent steed.
She's
Is
still
it?
a Steed.
Okay, I just wanted to get away.
think
Not get away, but not.
What? You're trying to get rid of Gloria?
No,
He's
Gloria's
trying to
with
let you take it with you.
Yes, I
So
don't
you can
want you to be.
recast it.
I don't want you to be separated
Yeah,
from Gloria.
So you can recast it. I'm following.
Thank
Hang
you,
on.
John.
Personally, I would rule that Find Steed still works. You just basically summon Gloria.
Yeah,
Gloria just has to come to you.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it just randomly finds you.
Yeah.
You see,
You can,
actually,
you can also dismiss your steed at any time as an action, causing your to disappear. In either case, casting the spell again summons the same steed, restored to all its hit point maximum.
Nice. Okay,
That's
cool.
fine.
So she's cool.
And then while it's within a mile
Yeah,
of you,
just
you
fine
can
steed.
communicate telepathically.
oh, that's pretty cool.
Very cool.
All right.
So you see Gloria just kind of slowly walking off into just following the same path line, but you see 4 guards running towards you. One of them's dual wielding crossbows, firing in the direction of the rock,
Fuck my life.
and 3 of them are running towards you, weapon drawn. And you hear, "Are you all right? Is anyone hurt?"
Yes, my friend Norman has been injured. He's dying. Quickly help him. And I sort of slink towards the edge of the street.
The person that was talking to you runs straight to you and puts their hand on you.
We are the 4th patrol of the Strong Guard of Arminsgar.
I'm Sparrow Softwind.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm trying to figure out how to get the fuck out of this.
As you look, you see the rock just completely fly off. You see Gloria travel into the thing. Guy still firing crossbows in that direction. Obviously, it's not hitting because it's a fucking rock.
Yeah, it's moving very fast.
Peter and Mary come up to you, and you see 2 of them trying to get Norman back up. That comes to you.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm quite all right, but my friends were just taken by that giant bird. I need to follow them.
No, you cannot go into that forest. Listen, there are things in that forest. You have a permit?
Yeah, I have a permit.
Roll me deception.
Roll me deception. Disadvantage because...
That's fair. 6?
6.
It's 9 minus 3.
You have -3?
I'm not charismatic, bro.
That's true.
Okay, -2. Okay, it's -2.
As this voice goes, or this person in full plate,
You must have bumped your head when that rock appeared. Listen, there are no permits that allow you to go into that forest. You must be from that caravan that passed a few days ago. They said they were missing a few people.
Look, I really need to help my friends.
It's okay. It's going to be fine. Come with me. Come with me. It's going to be okay.
Brad,
yes.
what do I think the odds are I could incapacitate the 4 of them? Just what does Sparrow think the odds are?
Sire, this man's almost dead!
Well, here, I'm going to help you out. The guy who's dual-wielding crossbows, he shot twice, and he's going to take a while to reload because you can't.
All right, well, they're heavily armored, right?
They're all wearing, well, not all of them. As you look at all of them trying to assess what you can do, right? You see this one with their hand on you has a shield on her back, or on their back, and a sword in their hand.
Yeah.
You see a man holding a shield and a morning star, a guy wearing leather armor mostly, but a breastplate and the shoulder plates, and he's dual wielding 2 short swords, and then you see the man with the crossbows.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. You'll help me find them?
Of course, but we need to get back to Arminsgard first, because the 4 of us will not be able to go into...
Did you say Ermagerd?
Ermagerd! It's okay, Brad.
Sorry, every time you say Arminsgard, it's all I can think about.
All right, well.
Sometimes you name things and Davis licks that.
He licks it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he licks
David licks everything.
It's true.
We tell him to stop, and he won't.
The 5 of us, or 6 with your injured friend over there, will not be able to travel into that forest to find your friends, especially if they were kidnapped by a giant bird.
Don't worry, sir. I think he's about to die.
All right.
God damn it.
All right.
Not another one on our loss.
Will I be free to go after we get to Arminsgard?
We will get a whole plethora of soldiers to go with you to find what it is you're looking for. Your friends, yes.
All right. Cool. All right. I'm coming peacefully. I put the guns back in the...
Oh, you drew?
No. I mean,
Oh.
I had them from the fight.
I was like...
I didn't draw it on them. Like... All right. Fine. Come here, Peter, and... What was your name again? Mary?
Mary's yours.
I
so-
know. That's the point. Come here, Mary.
Sire, he has a birthday card on him. We should deliver it.
I killed one of them that attacked us over there.
Okay. So you see the one with the 2 short swords put the shorts back in their sheaths and goes to head over to that person. And she takes off her helmet and you see kind of like an older woman with kind of graying hair, about in her like mid to late 40s, wrinkles, some battle scars on her, and she sheaths her sword as well. She goes, my name is Lieutenant Leoria Valenbrook, and this is my patrol. We're the 4th patrol of the stronghold of Davis. Go ahead.
Ermagerd.
Thank you, sir.
Danger.
The 4th patrol of the stronghold at Armensgar. This is Redman, man holding the Morning Star. Alexei is the one that's checking on your friend.
He has a card to a 5-year-old girl.
Thank you, Alexei.
Seems like a shitty uncle.
Can you please see if he can become not dead?
I'll do my best.
Thank you. And then finally, Oleg. And you see this man with 2 crossbows start to reload his crossbows and kind of just put them on his, like a holsters for them. And they all kind of look at you and everything. So, tell me, what happened?
Well, he died. Close
Alexei,
to.
Alexei, please. I'm talking to our friend.
Oh, he seemed like a funkle.
Please continue to do your job. Don't talk to me again until he's up.
I'm waiting for you to jump back in. We were walking down the path, and arrows came at us from the woods, and this giant bird appeared blocking our way forward and attacked us.
He died.
Excuse me? Oh, he was stable. Hold on now.
Go.
I stabilized.
We all
you
go-
actually just killed him?
We all go back to Norman.
Yeah.
Heartbreak. He failed as an uncle.
Oh, no. I've got this. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We all go back to Norman, and they look, and Alexei, who was brilliantly played by Laus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Give him an emergency tracheotomy. That was too strong.
Went to look at this man, Norman, as you called him, raised up his arm, and you see a tattoo.
Oh, fuck me. Is it the tattoo?
It looks exactly like your tattoo of the scales. And you see what has happened is that one of the scales outweighs the other one completely and has fallen almost to the bottom.
I'm going to try to compose myself, and I have no idea what happened.
Oh, my bad. He's alive.
No.
So sorry.
He's dead. He's 100% dead.
Yes.
Oh, that's most unfortunate.
So
He's
they
still
don't
behind
see
that
the
jet
tattoo. Like, you know the tattoo. They were checking his pulse,
Got it.
right? So that tattoo that you see means nothing to them. It's just a tattoo.
They just know he's dead.
They just know he's dead. Pulse is gone.
Well, if he's passed, I would ask to take his things so that I can give them to his next of kin and his niece.
We'll give you a few minutes, Leoria says. We'll grab your 2 goats
Yes,
and
Mary and Petor.
Mary and Petor. Okay. And we will start our travel. It's about a day to Armensgar. And once we get there, like I said, we'll find your other friends, your missing ones.
Thank you.
But again, take your time. We'll leave in about a few minutes, okay?
All right. I make my way to this man who I don't know anymore.
Another successful autopsy for Alexei.
Fucking Christ, he
I
was
knew
alive.
that Norman was a piece of shit.
I'm going to take all of his belongings. I'm not gonna immediately go through it right now because that would look super sketchy.
Yeah.
So I just take everything, put it in the bag that he has or whatever it is to go over later. I look really hard at his face. I get a little bit of canteen water and sort of rub it to see if there's makeup or a disguise.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
DC's been lowered because you are using water.
Well, that's nice. I'm going to need it.
15.
It doesn't matter.
DC's
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
Uh,
And it's a bad day for me.
with the 1, I think in this moment,
Frazzled.
you're shaken up. Because you can't believe that this person is pretending to be the coolest uncle in the world. But truly a spy.
All right, you fuck. And I drag him to the edge like I'm going to give him sort of proper burial rites, right? I set him under the tree. Can I come? Are we going to be able to come back and bury him? Or is this sort of going to be his final resting place?
Leoria looks at you. We can try to come back if you'd like, but
So there's no guarantee.
there's no guarantee. There could be monsters, there could be animals, there could be Villigaporians out there. Who knows?
I'm just going to pray over him for a second. I'll lean down over him, sort of back to them. I'll take out a small blade. I'm going to cut off one of his fingers to keep. I know it doesn't make sense to anyone else here. I promise it'll make sense later. I'll cut off one of the fingers, and
Dave has licked it.
anyway, like I said, I take all of his stuff.
Yeah.
I try to memorize what his face looked like. Any weird discerning features?
No, he truly looked like the most normal person you'd ever seen.
All right.
And the world's best uncle.
Fun, cool.
Well, to the earth you return, I guess.
Brown eyes.
And I just sort of close his eyes.
Okay. And take his finger.
Yeah, I take his finger and get back on the road.
Okay. Leoria has already put her helmet back on, and you see that she has tied both Pitor and Mary together to when they don't have horses or any kind of mounts to help them. And she comes to you as they begin to head towards Arminsgard. And she says,
If you get tired or need a rest, we can put you on one of your mounts if you'd like.
Thank you. I'd like to walk for a bit.
That's fine. We probably won't make it to Arminsgar tonight, so we'll have camp. And then at that point, we'll wake up early in the morning and get there.
Certainly.
Wonderful. If you need anything, just let me know, please.
Will do. Thank you again.
My pleasure.
and she begins to walk with the rest of her party. So then we're going to leave you there, John. Or Sparrow. Forte.
That's me.
As you make your way through the forest,
I almost respond. He mixes us up all the time.
Forte, as you make your way through the forest with this group, probably about halfway, the man had put you down and kind of untied your gag.
Oh, thank God.
And you, when he puts you down, you see him. He is an elf, leaf mask over his head with a cowl. You can kind of see his ears poking through the cowl. You see kind of yellow arcane around his left eye with these tattoos that are over there. And if you look closely through the mask, it is a completely dead eye, right? Mm-hmm. He's got a thick mustache and kind of 5 o'clock shadow on his chin and his cheeks. He's extremely tall and muscular, has a lot of tattoos and a lot of scars over him, right? Give me a perception check, just real quick, to see if you see anything.
Hoo-hoo, boy. That would be a 17 plus another number. Plus a 2 for 19.
With a 19, you're looking at his tattoos, and you see kind of like tribal tree tattoos, if you will. A lot of the theme that you see here is that. And you spent enough time with Tango to know a little bit about the other pantheon, the sub-pantheon gods. And the first thing that comes to your mind is Aboria.
You know, I don't want to brag or anything, but I believe I'm a bit of a cleric, if you will, in the eyes of the people of Taran for Arborea. Do you know Tango Honeypot? He's
No, I do not know Tango Honeypot.
You're lucky. He's a wooded person that I know as well, and I'm trying to become friends with you by looking at your tattoos and noticing that it's very tree lines up your down your arms, which reads to me as Arborea, which is the goddess of the trees.
Goddess of nature, yes.
And that was close. I speak for the trees. And the Lorax there on your shoulder.
Oh, yes. You know of the Lorax.
I've heard of the Lorax.
Wonderful. No, I do not know your friend, the Tango Honeypot.
Well, he's not the one you want to ransom anyways. He has no money on him.
Or experience, right? You've been ransomed before.
Well, that's correct.
Yes, wonderful.
He doesn't know anything about it.
But that is good to know that we have somebody here who understands our religion at least a little bit.
Oh, yes, of course. Also, Stockholm Syndrome is a wonderful thing. I'm very attuned to that.
I don't know what that is.
Doesn't matter. You will soon enough. It's a good thing for you.
So as you continue to walk through the forest...
Look, I just wanted to say really quick.
What's that?
We can walk and talk while we're doing this, but I noticed that one girl while I was hanging on your shoulder really didn't respond well to you. She seems upset, and I just want you to know, as a leader and a benefactor, I myself have run into this before, and really sometimes you just have to smack them around. But I don't recommend it.
I appreciate
it's
your...
It's a very last-minute thing. Really, it should go talk to them first, try to empathize with them, and then if that doesn't work...
My friend, I think you are reading into things that you do not understand.
Well, I'm trying to decipher your tattoos, and I'm doing my damnedest. So I don't know if you're a brutalist society or a caring society. So I figured, let's play both sides of that coin.
You don't... Let us wait to camp. We will talk more.
You want me to play a song for you?
Please do not play a song. Unless it's a sad song.
I am chock full of those, my friend. I could play you a song about a dead wife.
So you begin to play on your violin this sad song. And as you're walking through the forest, you feel what feels like you're walking through the weave itself. Magic. And you make your way into this heavily hidden encampment. And then you feel this sudden comfort, as if nature seems to be protecting this group from unwanted eyes. The trees seem to continuously move as just light just flickers, almost like a very mellow, chill disco ball, right? I know but that's the only way that it can. And you see this small encampment and about 3 or 4 tents made from branches of nearby trees and leaves covering them. And then as you walk in, a fire instantly kindles as they walk into camp. The caster with the dark ponytail runs straight into a tent and just kind of shuts it. And the man leading you motions towards this fire. Please, make yourself at home. Would you like some cocoa?
Do you have goat's milk?
We do in fact have goats.
Well, then I would love some cocoa.
It's the most secret you've ever been about a roll.
Ever. I know.
For the most inane thing.
Sorry.
Well, this Stockholm Syndrome is starting off wonderfully.
I still do not know what you mean.
There was a dragon named Stockholm. You know what? I'll tell you later.
It'd be one of your stories, yes?
Yes, I have many stories.
Forgive me, friend. Stay right here while I go to my tent, yes?
Sure.
You see him walk. The knife that he had against you, he just kind of throws it into the ground and it just sticks into there. He takes off his mask and heads into his tent.
Well, I know when I'm fucked. Might as well get comfortable.
And as you're getting comfortable by this fire, you see the rest of the people kind of go into their collective tents. And they drop their guard a bit, get a little bit more comfortable. All of their masks begin to come off.
I can't live alive now. I've seen every single face. Julia, I am so sorry. No, 5.
He comes out of his tent. The man that... Oh, I got you. He comes out of his tent with 2 cups in one hand and then like a box in the other and like a thing of goat's milk. And he comes up to you. You see him grinding the cocoa beans into each of the cups completely. Is there anything that you'd like to do while he's doing all of this?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. He's the only one around me right now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna burn another level 1 spell and try to cast Friends again. Because I just blend in, a little blend in.
Just touching up the concealer under your eyes.
So before you kill me, since I've seen all your faces now, if you could send a letter to a Trevor Varvatos, or a Sog. Send a letter to a Sog at the Axe and Skull Tavern in Taran, and just let him know that I didn't mean that his rooms were dirty. They were good for what they were.
He hands you the
thank
cup.
you so
it
much.
Doesn't have the goat's milk in it yet.
It's just a cup.
He puts so as you're talking about Sog and things, he puts the thing of goat's milk next to the fire to warm up, and hands you
You're
the
like
cups.
my Winston. I get it now.
What is a Winston?
A Winston is a very wonderful person. Don't ever tell him that.
Wonderful. And he grabs that hot thing of milk and pours it into your thing. There's a spoon in your cup for you to stir, and he stirs his own.
Do you by any chance know a clothes-changing song, do you?
Clothes changing?
Yes, something maybe you sing when you put on your pajamas.
It's not nighttime yet. And what is a pajama?
Oh, you sleep like Tango. Never mind.
Speaking of, as you say you sleep like Tango, you hear a flapping of a rock fly into the camp and off into the distance. Not just any bird. The bird. And then
It might be a wizard bird.
It's a giant wizard.
That's the big wizard.
Forte, you then see one of the archers and the woman with the blonde hair go towards where the bird is, further in the encampment.
I recognize that bird. I think it attacked an adventuring party that I am not related to.
It's okay. We know you were with them.
And I'm still alive, so that's good. Good news.
For now.
Wait, I
Friends
thought we were friends now.
Friends joke over Coco, yes.
Oh, yes.
He said this. As the rock lands into the forest, you see, Trevor, it drops, kind of runs, and gathers itself straight to a feeding pen. And it opens its mouth, and Tango, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you're...
Soft 20.
Soft 20. With a soft 20, as it opens its mouth, you see a pig like 10 feet in front of you. And as you get there, you're ready to go. You put your hands on the pig and you hop off. And you just land not in mud like I wanted you to. And you hear in its head, because you can speak with animals,
Yeah.
it just yells the word, eat! And you just see it devour this pig.
Bad bird.
It's not paying any attention to you. It is eating.
I remember this scene from Jurassic Park. That also worked.
Trevor, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna pat this rock on its neck because it's a good bird. I don't know how you tell bird gender, but it's a good one. And then I'm gonna hop down and stretch.
Okay, you hop down, and you see your friend Tango is just looking straight at this bird, chowing down, trying to tell it, calling it a bad rock.
That's not very nice.
I am covered in bird saliva. I could have ridden up top with you. I could teleport on top.
Why didn't you do that?
Because the narrative was running and I couldn't interrupt.
It was a good scene.
I tried to hit X to skip. Nothing was happening.
Your battery had died. Controller was disconnected.
Okay, this seems like it's pinned, right? So whoever attacked us on the road, we're back at their place, right?
That seems likely, yeah. I'd like to mentally check in with Gloria, see how far away she is.
Gloria's taking her sweet time.
Is she less than a mile there?
Oh, yeah, for sure. She's taking her sweet time, and you just see her like, you can communicate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, hello, Trevor, my friend. I'm on my way to you.
Did you bring Sparrow and Norman?
There's a pause at it. No, I did not.
That's all right. I'm sure they'll make their way over.
Do you turn around and go get them?
No, it's fine. I think there's a camp up here. I'm going to try to make friends, see if maybe we could spend the night here since it's getting a little bit dark.
They're not going to make me wear armor, are they? Or leather?
I wouldn't let them.
Thank you.
Mom always said life is like a box of chocolate.
You shut your dirty whore mouth, Forte Black.
Okay, Trevor. Hey, you've been staring into space for like 45 seconds.
Oh, sorry. So Glory, almost here. Sparrow and Norman, not with her, but probably en route as well.
And we're still missing Forte, which means he's probably dead.
You didn't, there was kind of a bird in the way, so my view and angle was not ideal, but from your vantage point in the beak, could you see any sign of Forte below us?
Oh, no. I saw darkness and I felt a very curious tongue that was much larger than me flapping around. It was not a fun ride.
At least bird tongues are pretty dry generally.
I wouldn't be surprised if I lost some of my stuff in there. Should we be ready for a fight? What?
Oh, I don't think that's necessary.
They shot at us first on the road.
That was probably a misunderstanding.
Would both of you please roll me a perception check?
Didn't be murdering someone.
That is a nat 1.
Okay, great.
That is a 7 plus 6 is 13.
With a 13.
Nope, it's a plus 1, not a plus 6. That's an 8.
So different. With an 8 and a 1, you guys don't notice anything. So you guys continue to talk about what you're going to do.
Well, do you think there's a bird caretaker around, or which way do you think the people are? We should probably talk to somebody, right?
Okay, yeah, let's try this. Hey, we know there's someone here. Probably. We don't want to fight. We're just lost on the road.
And all of a
I
sudden,
almost got eaten by a bird.
as an arrow comes past your head into
Whoa.
a tree.
Excuse me, sir and or ma'am. We would prefer to not be shot at.
As you see, with an 8 perception.
Yeah.
And a nat 1 perception.
Yeah.
An archer with another arrow drawn ready to go, and a woman with short blonde hair. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Oh, Hello, I'm Trevor Varvatos, and this is my heroic companion, Tango Honeypot. We're friends of this rock here.
And she puts a hand on the archer, and she says, Rek, go check on her. And you see him kind of lower his bow a little bit. Still
You
ready.
haven't seen a tiefling around, have you?
Oh, yes. I have, actually.
Was his name Forte Black?
He said that multiple times, yes.
He does that. That sounds exactly like a Forte.
Hello, friends. I am Saren. And she reaches out to shake your hand.
A pleasure. And Trevor shakes it and sort of does a half bow and is just generally awkward.
Please, you don't have to do that.
I
Saren.
try to get my hand clean of bird saliva, but I'm covered in it. So
She mimics what you're doing because she thinks it's...
she rubs her thigh.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. The rock ate me. Oh, whoa.
She didn't do that. That was Brad.
Okay. Brad just gave me a hand signal there.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead. Brad solicited
All right,
me.
guys, put your pants back on. We're doing a podcast.
So as both of you, especially you, Trevor, with your hero senses, you can tell that there's no evil or malice here with her or with Rek, really. Rek is more of just defensive. You see Rek,
I mean, a Sparrow and I are good friends. I get that.
but you do feel warmth, even through your gauntlets, as she shakes your hand. Not like a heat metal kind of warmth, but like a comforting warmth.
An emotional warmth,
Yeah, exactly.
not a temperature warmth.
Not a temperature, but an emotional. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Comforting, you know. Would you like to head back to our camp to see your friend Forte Black?
We would like that very much.
Yeah, maybe you can help us find our other friends, Sparrow and Norman. We're supposed to be taking him to his niece's birthday.
Let me take you back. He is a talkative one, your friend, but he is safe. Before Rek and myself came to see the rock, I believe he was having some hot chocolate with our leader, Elidor.
Well, that's very hospitable.
We tried to be hospitable to the people that we're not trying to harm.
That's good. I feel like I should confess something to you. There was a gentleman riding the rock.
Arium, yes.
And he attacked us. And I tried to talk him out of it, but it didn't. I was unsuccessful.
You see, it is... We saw everything that happened, and this, from what Olafur told us, that it was a misunderstanding on our part.
Well, I'm truly sorry for your loss.
Well, it might be on us a little bit, Rek. I appreciate the warning shot, but unfortunately, we may have misinterpreted your friend's warning shots.
Rek's not paying any attention to you.
Oh, well, all right.
Rek's paying attention to the rock. And you see, she says, how about I take you back to our camp? We can get this all settled out and sorted and figure things out.
Please, thank you.
And the three of you, because Rek is staying with the rock. I didn't do that on purpose, I promise. Rek is staying with the rock. And the three of you begin to head up this pathway towards the camp. And you look back and you see a magical doorway open up. And Rek is leading the rock into this magical doorway. And then...
This magical doorway behind which Davis will never find this rock again.
You took my mount, and you won't let me take the other one. Hey, just really quick, Brad. So far with my short interactions with Sarah and Rek and the magic I just saw, like, do I have a vibe for what kind of people these are? Because clearly they're like druids. They're people of the forest.
Yes. Honestly, just give me a history check with advantage.
Okay. Oh, 2 17s, so a 16.
Great. With a 16, this reminds you of something extremely familiar to you. This reminds you of the tribe of Aboria, the matron of life and nature. Now, you never spent time with any of the followers or them when you were at Ashokanai, but they were never ones to attack Ignar or any of the other ones. That's what you know from...
So Aboria is like a good pantheon.
Yes, good part of the sub-pantheon, yes.
Okay.
But you've never heard anything good or bad about these people. It's kind of just like, it's starting to click. You feel warmth and comfort in the woods. When you were traveling earlier, you didn't feel that at all. You know, it felt dangerous and frightening and everything like that. But yeah, it feels somewhat comforting and like home to you. Even though this encampment that you're walking into doesn't have that same kind of thing as Ashokanai or all the other tribes that you had visited, it does have that familiarity to you. Cool. Now, before we make it to the camp, Sparrow. You're traveling with Leoria and her patrol back to the stronghold of Davis.
Armengards.
Armensgar.
Close. You were close.
She looks forward to one of her scouts that's just about 50 feet ahead.
All right, everyone, I think it's time we make camp.
She bangs her gauntlets on her shield twice as her patrol begins to quickly just set up camp. Two of them start to build small tents. So one begins to set up a fire. Then you see Olek already have a rabbit on his shoulder, right? He's ready to start cooking. Leoria takes off her helm again, sets everything down. As our guest, please allow us to give you one of the tents, and don't worry about watch tonight. So please.
Oh, I'd be happy to take a shift.
No, of course not. This is... I mean, you can roll for persuasion if you'd like.
Persuasion. All right.
But I'm going to say the DC's pretty hard because you're a guest.
Yeah, don't worry about it, too.
Okay. Cool.
I will go on shift with you, Alexi.
You know what? I'll take the tent and I'll pass on the...
I can show you how autopsies work.
Alexi. Please let us know if you need anything.
Of course I will. Thank you.
You see the camp begin to get all fixed up. They have made a little trough for Petor and Mary, and giving them some of the rabbit scraps, right?
Right.
So where they can, and some grass and some other things like that. The fire's blazing. The rabbit is still kind of cooking, and you're sitting down at the fire, and Leoria sits next to you. My friend, don't worry. We will find your friends. But like I said, we need to get safe to Armenskar.
Sure. How many people have disappeared on this road?
Can you be more specific?
Well,
Just like, I mean, that's a big ask.
well, just...
32!
Lost.
Just on our watch.
This is not
fire's all over
this
here.
is not an orange situation, okay?
All right.
That's what you think.
No, I just mean, how often have these attacks been occurring?
Well, since the king asked us to continue to up our patrolling and create this caravan protection through Armenskar all the way to Garland, people haven't really gone missing. And
Disappeared's a good word.
it is just more of a protection, but the caravan that we passed did say they lost a few people.
I was just curious if you had any idea of who was doing it besides just, in general, Villa Caporians.
Well, that's what we believe is the Villicaporians are trying to infiltrate the Kingdom of Rule.
That's most distressing. Have you been able to recover anyone?
Any Villicaporians?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
anyone who's gone missing? Or have you captured a Villacaporian?
No, we have not. And we haven't really been able to find the people that have gone missing. Not a lot of people, like I said, have gone missing, but, you know, Armenskar is a place where we train the soldiers. We do take a lot of shifts on patrol. I'm the fourth leader of the fourth. There is 10 patrols in total. When we arrive in Armenskar tomorrow, we'll make sure that we get everything situated. Okay?
Sure, I appreciate that. And I will just watch them very closely. My goal, I'm looking for someone who's maybe a little lackadaisical on their duties, who maybe isn't paying attention.
No.
Oh, interesting.
Someone who wouldn't be missed.
Wait a minute.
Listen, I was going to say, it's really interesting. Those guards wouldn't let us pass. And now everyone we've run into has been super nice and accommodating. But I am not trusting these guys at all.
Have you ever been to the
There's something
DMV,
so
Davis?
fishy going
I really
on.
don't have an option right now.
Yeah.
So, Armin's, you're just watching, and they're all eating. Olek right now is watching guard as the sun begins to set and the moon begins to rise. And you hear Redman ask Cleoria, "You want to tell us about that battle, boss?" She says, "No. Too many soldiers lost that day. It was tough. You guys, I know, have never been able to go into an actual battle, but..."
That's true.
Yes, Alexi, that is true. But... God damn it.
People on your table in that mountain, Alexa.
32!
Alexi's my favorite character just because of how much Brad hates. I wanted to hijack one of the characters, but I could tell by Brad's reaction to you, I needed to not do that.
Thank you, Davis.
Hijacking the characters is wild.
So she begins to say, it's a really strange thing going into battle when you see the people that you looked up to just be completely pulverized, Alexi.
I bet.
Were you there?
At the battle? Yes,
No,
I
I
was
wasn't.
young. That
During
was...
the 3 days of darkness.
I was there during the 3 days of darkness when Master Sergeant Liam Downhorn did what he did. I was not part of his battalion, but I did witness the things that happened. And what's your passive perception or
my
investigation? Either one.
My passive investigation is only a 14, but my passive perception is a 16.
Okay, well, they both are good enough. You can see the ghosts that run through her mind. The fear of the things that she saw, right? The 3 days of darkness necessarily wasn't magical darkness where nobody could see anything. 3 days of darkness, from what you know, this is something that has gone throughout the history of Aurora for the past 30 years of what this is, 3 days of darkness, some people have told that monsters of great evil appeared out of nowhere to just demons rip the flesh off of anybody that stood in their way, right? That the ground opened up and hands just reached out and pulled them in. Right? These are folk tales, of course, but you yourself have never met anybody who has been there. And you can see the fear just run through her brain. You know what I mean? The memories just continue to pour in of, like she was saying, people that she looked up to that were stronger than her just be completely demolished by things. And it's not just Villigaporians or the Kingdom of Rulian soldiers, but everyone was affected by the 3 days of darkness. So when you ask if she was there, she, yes, I was there. It was horrifying to say the least.
So the stories are true then. All the horrors and the land never fully healed.
Yeah. And she looks towards the mountain, which...
Was that the direction of the rock?
No, the
Okay,
rock...
now I'm just making sure.
So the rock went east towards the ocean.
Okay.
The Broken Mountain,
Yeah.
or Baedalith. If you've listened to the interlude, Baedalith is directly to the west. And you can see it because it's a giant mountain. And you see the scars of Betalith, which I never really got to explain, but the scars are landmarks of caverns that have been dug out through natural events throughout the world, just evolving and growing. Just caverns going deep, deep, deep as far as the eye can see, to where darkness just consumes what you see. They call them the scars of Auroria. But you see Leoria look into that direction. Yes, it was horrifying. Olek, this rabbit stew is very good. Sparrow, did you get some?
Yeah. You watch as Sparrow sort of like strains the rabbit out and eats just the soup and the vegetables.
Yeah, there's some potatoes and carrots.
Yeah.
It's your hearty stew, you know.
Yeah.
Alexi leans in, hands you a bowl.
Wait, are you asking for my bowl?
I want your meat.
All right, then I give him the rabbit meat.
No sense in letting it go to waste, right, Auntie?
Auntie.
That's why I'm here. She's my aunt.
This is not nepotism.
It's nepotism at its finest.
I didn't ask for this.
I did.
I look at this guy,
Alexi.
Alexi.
He's the one with the two swords.
I look at my tattoo. What does the scale say?
It weighs in and out a little bit, but kind of stays level.
Damn. Next time, Laus.
Is there anything else that you would like to do in this moment?
No.
Or-
When I'm alone, I'll go through the belongings of the other Libra guy.
Okay. So back to Saren leading Tango and Trevor back to the encampment. Like I said, Tango, this feels like a home away from home for you. It's the most comfortable you've felt since Ashok and I, I mean, you've done a lot of traveling since that happened, since the fire. But this starts to feel a little homey to you.
Hey, Saren.
Yes.
I'm a disciple of Ignar.
Ah,
We're sisters of Aboria, I believe.
of course, yes. Wonderful.
This might sound crazy, but I think I might be here to warn you. Are we headed to your main enclave?
No,
now?
no, of course not.
I would expect not.
We're just headed to our little camp. You know where our main camp, or our main enclave is, right?
I've never been good with geography.
And yet there's a map on your back that I gave you at the end of episode 19 of So You Want to Be a Hero, season 1.
But it's on his back where he can't see it.
Oh, wonderful.
Where
Thank
he
you, Trevor.
never looks.
Forgot I was there.
We are from Yavalian. And our sister town, Bion.
Have
You casting friends? Is that what you're doing?
I recognize the name Biome.
Wonder why.
Good job, boss.
No, I don't know if you've heard, but many of the enclaves have faced disaster at the hands of a group called Libra recently.
Yes, we've heard of that. I wouldn't do this if I were you, but when you speak to Elidor, please don't bring up Biome unless he brings it up to you, okay? That's just a friendly warning.
Okay.
So,
And I'm a paladin of Vesnius.
you don't say.
I do say.
Wonderful. I have my thoughts about the other gods, but It is neither here nor there to talk about that.
Oh, understood. I'm sorry. I thought this was a sharing our religions conversation. I didn't mean to overstep.
We can have a conversation about religion later, but like I said, neither here nor there.
I'm not a cleric. I'm just a paladin.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm not really sort of the bring the faith kind of,
Oh,
Okay.
she just looks and nods.
Okay.
Let me just note about this real fast.
She just looks and nods, and you both feel like the sun has set and the forest has become a little darker than what it once was. And you make your way into the camp, and you hear a familiar violin playing. Forte is standing by the fire, giving the group a story.
And the fires burned bright in the sky as a beam came down and busted through the top of the building. Now, it was near a series of columns, 10 feet wide, 5 feet wide. We'll have no idea and never know. But there was a group of heroes in that building. And they went, and one turned into a horse and ran over 20 people, accidentally, while the other one rode on top. They argued with the gods about what constitutes as many people, and the gods hated them and doubled it to 40. And then a giant ball burst through the ceiling and rolled through the town, and these heroes had to chase after it. And throughout the town, they ran across people they've come before. Pirates, street urchins, pigeons. Thank you. And there in the darkness was a large man and someone smaller. And they turned and they tore these heroes asunder. Kind of like those two over there! Ah!
And
Tell
Trevor
them about
and
the brilliant idea I had to go on the rooftops.
Wait, hold on a second. They caught you two as well? Sparrow doesn't have any money for ransom. Okay, I need you to send a letter to Sog at the Axe and Skull.
you hear the there's only 3 people watching your story. Elidor, the old man in black, and one of the other archers that stayed. The woman who ran into her tent still in the tent, and the cleric is now with your friends. And they are kind of like clapping at your story.
You don't have to clap anymore. For real, though, like, these were the 2 I was going to have you contact, because the other one literally has no money on them. So we need to find...
Oh no, Sparrow carries all my money.
Mine too.
What? Why don't I? I'm your benefactor. Why aren't I the one carrying your money?
That's a very recent development that we still have not worked out the details of.
That's
actually.
okay, Trevor. Anyway,
I also assumed you
Sog,
just had
Axe
enough.
and Skull, send him a letter.
We'll talk about that
We'll let
later.
him. I go for about 300. I
300
feel like
what?
gold pieces, please. I feel like that's fair. Trevor, you seem like a 150 to 200 kind of cat, and Tango with your leathers, I would say 2 gold.
Oh, are you in need of a bit of heroin? Are you negotiating us a contract? I'm confused.
Yes and no. See, we've been captured. We're now hostages. Don't worry, Trevor. I have been through this before many
sorry.
times.
This is my friend Saren.
Saren kidnapped us. Right?
So,
No.
So with my telepathy,
No?
Forte just hears in his head, these people do not care about money at all. Like at all.
And you see like a smirk come across his face. He goes, Trevor does labor. Do you need a fence fixed? Trevor will do it. Do you need a hammock made? Tango will do it. Do you need a beautiful song? I will play it on my violin.
You see Elidor and the man dressed in black make eye contact with each other.
We would be happy to assist
Oh.
if there's something you need.
Oh, yes,
They-
of course.
Elidor breaks eye contact and looks at the 3 of you and says, "Give me a moment. I'll be in my tent. Olafur, please talk to them while I get ready. I will call."
Do you have 2 more cups for goat cocoa?
And he just walks away. He didn't hear you. He walks into his tent.
Sorry, I tried to get you guys cocoa, but it didn't work. It's delicious.
So this old man with a rapier on his side, wearing black leather and nice clothes, almost as nice as Forte has ever worn.
Oh, now you describe him. I would have talked to him about money. Oh, wait, I did. That failed. Never mind.
He walks up to you and he goes, "Hello, the crown jewel of the Rulian Orchestra, Mr. Lucius Forte Black.
You have heard of me.
It is a great honor to finally meet you.
It's a great honor to be in the room with a fan.
We're not in a room, we're in the forest.
Close enough.
And I never said I was a fan, but...
What?
And you must be the great heroes that he was talking about. Trevor Varvatos and Mr. Tango Honeypot.
Oh, yes, sir, and or ma'am.
Sir, my name is Olafur Borre. How was the travel on the rock? Was it fine?
It was delightful.
You mean in the rock?
You went in the rock? How did you get in there?
He scooped me up in his massive beak.
Ugh, gross.
It's not the first time he's ever scooped any person.
It was, and I am not usually like squeamish around fluids.
He touches you and you've been prestidigitated.
Oh, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
like you.
As you would.
What?
Huh?
Me? Who, me?
Yes.
What are you doing here?
For, when we go into Elidor's
Please,
tent,
we are
everything
their
will-
hostages. Show some
not
decorum.
hostages. This has been all misunderstanding. I'm sure you understand.
That's what
Saren
I
was-
was telling to Saren was this is a misunderstanding, and she agreed.
So-
right, Saren?
Right. It's all a misunderstanding. Now, excuse me. I need to check on my friend. And she goes to the tent where the sorcerer went.
Speaking of friends, where's Sparrow?
She's on her way with the goats, I think.
Oh, fantastic.
That doesn't
Peter
sound-
has most of my stuff.
Elidor walks out and gives a signal. Now, would you please just follow, the three of you follow me into the tent. We're going to discuss some things, if that's okay with you.
Of course.
Wonderful. So, he leads you in there, and as you make your way into Elidor's
I
tent,
kick the flap open.
you kick
Your
the flap
foot
open.
gets tangled in the canvas.
Oh, no. Son of a
As you
bitch.
walk in,
You two handle this. I've got to untangle myself.
as you untangle yourself, the two of you walk in behind Olafur. And this is a quite bigger tent than it is on the outside. It has a large wooden table, and Elidor is standing over it, looking down at some papers, and there's a big bed in the corner. There's a fireplace in here, and there are now five cups of goat cocoa set around this wooden table. There's a bunch of papers. Elidor, Mr. Black and his friends, Trevor Varvatos, and he motions to Trevor, and Mr. Tango Honeypot.
How you doing?
I could be better, thank you. But please come in. And he motions for the three of you to sit at the table.
I sit down.
Much obliged.
Thank you. Yes.
It is my nature to be hospitable to the people that we have wronged. First, I want to apologize to all of you for the inconveniences that might have caused you. It was not our intention to scare you or attack you. My brother, Ariam, was that rider. And then Olafur interrupts. Our intentions were to scare the patrol that was coming right behind you. You see, I work for Lady Alexandra Dalwyn, the councilwoman under the King Callan Thorn of Rule. Lady Alexandra has tasked me to find a group of people to help find out what's been going on with Rule in our kingdom, you see. And I've known Elidor for quite some time now, ever since he was yay high. And Elidor interrupts, and you less gray? And I less gray, yes. But I know he would be the person to help assemble a group. Now, Lady Alexandra couldn't give me a lot of information, but she did say she saw something fishy was happening in Almonsgar. And to check out that place first. I don't know if you've ever heard of the group Libra, but I have been keeping tabs on them.
Oh, we fought them already once. We lost. Well, it was really a half win. Tarn wasn't destroyed. Many people died.
It could have gone better. They also stole his memory and magic.
Oh yes, that did happen.
Wait a second. And he begins to, pop out a book and start scribbling down things. These are wonderful things to know. What else did you find? So memories. They're taking memories from people. Anything else?
With spiders.
Spiders, yes.
There was
they're taking
a giant mother spider
They're taking memories
that
with
they
the
were
spiders?
milking.
I don't love that phrase, but
They were what?
I guess they were milking the memories from my mind.
You've been milked?
Yes.
For his majal.
Yeah, and for the longest time I thought I burned down Ashokanai, which is where I hail from.
You're from Ash Okanai.
Yeah, for a long time now.
Yes, his name is Tango Honeypot, the devastator of Ashokanai, the fire that burns within.
Well, no, hold on now.
The destroyer of all!
I thought it
And
was
Leather Daddy.
my fault.
You call him Leather Daddy?
Well, he wants to be called it, but I refuse.
You want to be called Leather Daddy?
No,
That's not what he said when he was
I
sleeping
have
in my bed.
reached the rank of Leather Daddy in my leathering pursuits, but that's all irrelevant. No, I think they burned down Ashokanai and stole the sword of Ignar.
They stole...
Yeah,
It was...
as well as something from Biome.
This is the first I'm hearing about a sword of Ignar.
How do you know about Biome and the Sword of Ignar?
Well, me and the matriarch, I guess we're kind of on the open communication basis.
He stands up, really excited, puts his hands on the table. He goes, "You are a speaker?"
Sometimes.
It's really supposed to be my job, but okay.
No, you can speak to Ignar, yes? When you want, or whenever she allows it.
Yeah, it's more like she speaks to me and I ask questions that go mostly unanswered,
You
but
see,
then they are answered. in
Saren
crazy
is a
ways.
speaker to Aboria.
I had a feeling.
It means you might know the champion. The champion of Ignar. I was once titled the champion of Aboria, but on the night of my ascendance, I went to Biome to gather the arm of Aboria, and it was stolen from us.
Oh, I think I've actually definitely seen that.
You were there?
No, I mean the arm specifically. Does it change shape and is made out of wood?
He nods his head, yes.
I pull out the sketch of the guy, the vault guy, with the tattoo behind his ear, because he's the guy who wields it, right?
He looks at that. That is him.
Yeah.
That is the man I am destined to kill.
Well, he walked through a portal back in Taran, and
He kidnapped a friend of mine
So he's taken something from you as well.
and my axe.
He steals what does not belong to him. Friends.
Well, he's also a murderer. I feel like that's probably the worst of his crimes if we're ranking them.
No, yes, you are correct. I'm sorry.
Murderer, thief, tax evader.
What's his tax?
It's money that you have to pay to the government.
He
You
shakes
lucky
off.
son of a bitch.
And he
Vaporia is better than rule.
Oliver behind him is like, he nods. He's like, yeah, kind of is.
Terrible social programs, though. The roads are shit. Infrastructure is just, oof.
It's because they're all hippies.
He was my knight of the Ascendants to become champion at Biome. And I just remember waking up with screams of people being burned. And me and my brother Arium were fighting. One of their warriors shot me with some magic. And that's how I have this. And he points to his left eye that's completely dead, just white. And, no, it was tough. Because the morning I woke up, Elira, you met her. She's the one that put the gag around you.
Oh, she used her pit Who does that? Who rips a piece of cloth up from the pit? You have so much area down by your waist. It really was very disgusting. I could not handle it, but I was also gagged, so I couldn't really make a fuss about it.
Well, she's from Biome originally, and she helped Arium and myself as well as other people out of Biome, and she became a refugee at our village, and her and Arium got married recently.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, John. And as you can tell, when I told you on our way here, you do not know things. She is heartbroken.
Well, I know that all too well.
It was a circumstance that, like I said, it was an inconvenience that we gave you. We attacked you, tried to scare you, because we thought that you were the patrol of Armensgar.
Just think, there was a little town we could have gone to instead.
We appreciate your grace, given how tough this must be. And you said it was your brother?
Yes, it's my brother. But this is the nature of Arborea. You know, she is life, she is nature, and all trees bud and grow, but then they do die. It's part of how it is.
So, why are you here?
That is where I come in. Again, Lady Alexandra.
I've heard of her. Yes, I'm familiar.
Yeah, she is part of the council.
Yes, I've performed in front of her before.
I'm sure you have. You performed in front of a lot of people.
I have. I'm
the
wonderful.
great crown jewel of the Rulian Orchestra. Now, she has tasked me to infiltrate because she believes Libra is up to something in Armensgar. She believes there's something going on there, and she believes that there's something going on with the king and the queen as well with Libra.
So the military and the powers that be. That's
And I will say,
not good.
I have my suspicions. I have a brotherhood. We are called the Last Talent. We kind of work in the shadows of Auroria, and we have a inkling of a suspicion that the head cleric father is tampering with the pantheon of rule.
Sorry, so just so we're super clear here, you're saying Lady Alexandra trusts nobody, so she got Villa Caporia to send people.
Lady Alexandra has been living on this planet for well over 150 years. She's worked on the council for a majority of that, in some way, shape, or form. She's seen the ups and the downs. She was there when the Battle of the Broken Mountain happened.
Ah, yes.
She is just a council member. She cannot tell the king or the queen what to do.
No, I know, but you're saying that she doesn't trust anybody else in rule.
Now, there's a few other council members that she does trust. She trusts the Last Talent, obviously. And she had tasked me with finding the people to infiltrate. And I went to Elidor. Elidor brought his people. And we are headed to Armensgar to infiltrate and see what we can or cannot find. If we can't find anything here, we move on.
No offense, but it's not like you're not screaming we're from Villa Caporia, and the two countries are at war.
Mm-hmm. Well,
How do you
not yet.
Plan on...
We're not at war yet.
It's a cold peace, let's call it that then. But still, how do you expect to make it into the military building of rule covered in tattoos of trees?
That's why we were trying to scare the patrol, steal everything that they had, and get in there. You see, Alira, sorceress, she's a shadow sorceress. She can get us in places that other people cannot.
And for myself, I'm just a mere traveler.
Well, I know a heroing party that might be able to help you with this. As I look at Trevor, just be like, yeah, no, is this something you want to do? Maybe?
Trevor just sort of is wide-eyed and shaking his head a little bit and just sort of leans over and whispers to Forte, "The last time I dabbled in politics, it did not go well. And I do not understand what is happening right now, so maybe this is a bad idea."
Excuse me for one brief second. Actually, Trevor, this is not politics we're dealing with at this point. This is military strategies, which I feel is like way more up your alley. You're a paladin. I feel like you'd be welcome in most military encampments.
Are they a religious military?
Who's to say? It's a melting pot.
Yes, he's not wrong. You see, the rule is, I mean, you said do you follow a religion?
Oh, I'm dedicated to Esnius.
Wonderful. Yes, there's Esnius and the other pantheon that Arul worships, right? But all these soldiers have some kind of faith they grasp onto, correct? I mean, they...
But we are a heroing party, so, of course, the rewards must be involved and everything, but we can hash that out later, really. I mean, our freedom from this hostage situation would probably suffice.
As you take a sip of your cocoa.
This is delicious, by the way. So once again, Stockholm Syndrome, stage 2. We are in, baby.
I still don't... You said it was a dragon.
Yes, there was a gold dragon named Stockholm.
Tango, I'm so
he used to
confused
capture
right now.
many, many people, and they loved him for it.
So
And I feel like I'm being put forward to lead some sort of thing, and I don't really understand.
Well, listen, you do not have to lead anything. I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation, but
it's fine.
I truly wasn't going to ask if you wanted to help, but...
Oh, we'll do it, of course. Thank you. I don't want you to twist our arms or anything, of course, but, we have to get our name out somehow to make some money.
So I'm going to talk to Trevor directly just to your head so that we stop getting interrupted.
Thank you.
I think the key word is Libra. They might be in the fort. We should at least investigate. Also, we gotta find Sparrow, and if they haven't seen her, that's the only other group of people we know that are around here. So they might know where Sparrow is.
You're right. And if it's Libra, then they might have par there. This is the most solid lead we've got.
Good point.
But I can't lead a military campaign, Tango.
I think it's gonna be more of a stealth mission.
That is not what Forte just implied.
I don't think Forte ever really knows what's happening. He's just big words and
Sexy
bravado.
Does this happen a lot? They just stare
Yeah,
at each
they
other?
just
you guys
stare-
are still talking and we're just staring.
I mean, they
at each
just...
other. Yeah.
They're very close. They just stare deep into it. Do you hear something outside, like a munching?
I didn't, no.
Weird.
Back to y'all.
Oh, that's sorry. Gloria's just here. She's a unicorn, and unicorns, they have to eat like constantly to maintain their body weight.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Is there a specific area she should defecate also? Because they can be like 50 pounds.
Well, where our rock was, there was a feeding pit. We can put your
Well, that
unicorn.
doesn't sound sanitary to defecate in the feeding pit.
It's more like a pen. It's not a feeding pit. It is a feeding pit, but it's more of like a very comfortable pit that they can just kind
Mother
of...
always said, "Don't shit where you eat."
I mean,
Listen,
Sorry, this
Oliver.
is the wrong logistics to...
Oliver Boré.
Sorry, who was talking to us before? Was it Elidor or was it Oliver?
Both.
Okay. Listen, I think that we would be more than happy to accompany you to the fort.
Yeah, I've already said this.
Yeah, I know.
We've agreed to it.
Yeah, but we discussed it.
It is done.
Listen, I don't know what Lady Alexandra can promise as far as payment, but if you help, we can work something out, I'm sure.
Sticking it to Libra is all the payment we need.
Well, let's not get hasty here. We'll talk later, you and I.
We have a wealthy benefactor. We don't need payment.
Let's not get hasty
Are you sure about that?
I mean, you have us at least.
The payment is a job well done.
Also gold.
We will work out stuff later.
Yes,
okay?
of course.
Payment later. But for now, let us rest. I will stay up. We'll try to come up with plan.
Okay.
And
Our friend Sparrow should be coming any minute now. If you could just, whoever you have on duty, make sure that, they don't shoot her. And if they could let me know when she gets here, because, I kind of want to talk to her.
I will relay that message. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything else that you
You
need
may
from
not
me?
see her coming. She wears all black, trench coat.
They'll hear the first shot.
No, I don't believe we need anything else. I mean, well, where are our quarters at?
You might want to talk to Saturn about that. She will get you set up with quarters. And it'll be probably something similar to what I have.
This room's amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Of course we will take this.
Is it literally like a TARDIS in here? Like it's bigger on the inside?
It's like, what's Tiny Hut? What's the spell?
Lehman Tiny Hut?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Okay.
So, Oliver, not bows, but kind of like curtsies to, not curtsies, but kind of like nods.
Make a decision. Are you bowing or curtsying? It's weird.
Oliver
It's French.
Oliver nods
I've heard of this
to Elidor and says, "Please, would you three come with me?" And he exits, and you guys exit as well. And
I pat Glory on the horn.
Trevor, I'm so glad I found you. I missed you.
I missed you too.
That forest, I took down some trees. They got in my way.
Well, that's real good. That'll make it easier for Sparrow to get here.
It made me angry that they were there.
I'm real sorry to hear that.
But I'm happy now that I'm with you.
Trevor turns around and gives Gloria just like a big face hug.
And then the face kind of like leans into you a little bit. And Forte and Tango see this.
Stop looking at me like that. I'm not going to hug you.
But it's been a rough day.
No!
And I'm glad we found you.
Fine.
Yay.
You
Saren-
can hug me
Saren walks up to you,
above the waist.
the two of you.
I'm at your waist level.
Shit.
Please come with me and I'll set up a hut for you two. You three, excuse me. Is it going to be 2 beds or 3?
3. 1 very large bed, and then 2 regular sized beds.
4, actually. We've got one more person
Oh, that's
coming.
right. Your friend.
Oh, yes, of course. Sparrow.
Wonderful.
Never mind.
We will, if you would like, Mr. Varvatos, we can have our conversation about religion later.
If you would like to talk about religion, I'd be happy to hear your thoughts.
Let me set up my tent for you and then
I don't know if we only just met, and that feels a little intimate.
No, I'm going to set up a tent for the 3 of you. And
Right.
then after I do that, over dinner, we will discuss religion.
Will you speak in tongues and give each other spiritual massages?
Tango, we're gonna be there for dinner.
Oh, okay.
Also, can you get off me now? This hug has been going on for far too long.
All right, and you see Saren kind of go off into another part of the encampment and begin to ritual cast this tiny hut spell. And then
Can you make my room lavish?
she didn't hear it.
Damn it.
And
I
John,
think it's a one-room hut.
Lavish would still be nice.
the moon has gone up, You're in your tent. You're going through everything.
The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. Long ago, somebody left with a gun.
Thanks,
They're
Cake.
riding-
Thanks, Cake. Thanks, Cake.
and hugging the
going
turd
distance.
and thinking of someone who he still earns.
You're in your tent, and you're kind of looking over Norman's things. What'd you like to do?
I mean, I'm looking for any signs of Libra, any notes, any communiques, any
I will ask you to roll
totems, items.
an investigation check.
It looks like it'll be a 16 total.
A 16.
Yeah.
As you're looking, you start to feel this eeriness going around. And you're opening up this notepad that Norman had.
The music makes me want to draw a gun. Continue.
On the notepad?
I'm just saying the music.
Bam!
If I'm in a video game, I pull out the sword at this point.
And you're reading the pages that he had written. And with the 16, you can almost kind of see this illusionary, like, magic that has been written over what you're reading. Like, you're reading, I cannot wait to get to my niece's birthday party. It's going to be a fun day. But, like, you kind of, like, move it, and you can kind of see writing underneath it.
Oh, something underneath it. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a holographic Pokemon card.
Like a holographic Pokemon
Thanks,
card.
Davis.
Okay.
He licked it.
He licked it.
And as you look at it, it says, I have her insight. Her,
Go ahead, continue.
her friends do not pose any problem, for they truly believe who I am. And when we get to Arminskar, it will... And then it cuts. And you hear quiet outside, and you see Emmy is in the corner of your tent, just kind of, just calm. And then you see her head perks up,
Both guns in that direction.
and you hear this. The only way I can describe it is the slurping and crunching of flesh and bones outside of your tent.
Go ahead and make that noise for us, Brad. Oh, God. No, I'm kidding.
All right. So
Thank you.
That was really good,
that
actually.
was
yeah.
pretty good. So at this point, Sparrow puts the two guns back into the holster and pulls out the big gun. All right, Emmy, come on, inside. Inside the shirt, Emmy. Come on.
Emmy goes,
And I'm going to try to slither my way out the back of the tent
Okay.
to see what's going on.
so you make your way outside to the back of the tent,
Okay.
right? And you look, and you see over the body of Lyria this hunched creature eating her neck. You see, as it begins to stand up and looks around, this thin frame, ribs, shoulder blades, long arms with long hands and long legs. And you see, give me a perception as you see this.
16.
The 16, you see on its neck almost like a growth throbbing. I need you to make a stealth check. You have advantage because of you have your cloak.
It's glowing like a weak spot.
Hey, baby.
Nat 20.
Okay,
I actually have something really good for this nat 24 stealth, if I may.
Go ahead.
Ooh. Okay. So you're trying to hide from it, and you rolled your nat 20. Okay. You hear a patter of footsteps right as you are also trying to hide, as Alexi sprints by towards the corner. He's dead! They're all dead!
And you see this thing turn its head to Alexi. And you see the face of what looks to be like a normal human. Eyes completely white. Jaw hanging off. Dash so fast at Alexi and just tackles him and begins clawing and biting.
No, help me!
He's dead. What would you like to do?
We're getting the fuck out of here, I think. This looks real bad. He killed like a full armored guard that had me, right? All right, now 20 on stealth. Me and Pussycat out of here. Dash, other direction. Whatever the fucking thing is that fighters do, you get to go again. That thing.
Action surge.
Yeah, we're out of here.
Okay, all right. So as you're running through the wood, through the encampment, and trying to make your way out, you feel, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Hold on, first.
Is it a charm effect, by the way?
It is not charm.
Okay.
I need you to.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to ask what your wisdom modifier is.
It is a +3.
+3.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to roll a 17 or higher.
Okay. Well, it's a 16.
Oh, no!
You saw his dice.
I can't see his dice from here, Davis. Shut the fuck up. As all of a sudden, you stop and you're paralyzed in this moment, and you fall to the ground. And you hear rustling of the grass coming to you. And you feel a hand on your body turn you over. And as the moon shines behind this man's head, you see a little bit of light gleam off. You see a dwarven man with a clean beard and short gray hair with glasses on, and goes, "Sparrow, Softwind, you cannot run from me, for I am Dr. Theron." And
Fuck you.
that is where we'll end it tonight. It's a big lore episode,
Dude,
y'all.
that was a good horror
very
ending. I was
It was
enjoying
not
that.
Brad's original plan, but he just had to kill Lexi. So
He had to kill. That was
Lexi?
my fucking idea, dude.
his character.
Oh, Alexi. Oh, sorry. My bad. Like, who's
Yeah,
Lexi?
get your fucking shit together,
All
David.
right. Thanks, everyone, for listening to So You Want to Be a Hero. My name is... thank you
What
for
is your
listening to
name?
So You Want to Be a Hero, a Real Play Dungeons & Dragons podcast where 5 best friends said fuck it and pressed record. I am your host, Brad Silman. With me always are my 3 best friends and Davis McQueen, Laus Weindel,
Yo!
Emily Robinson,
Bye, everybody.
John Garza, and Davis McQueen.
I don't remember my intro, so I don't have an outro.
That's okay, because I remembered it. Follow us on all social medias. And
Not all social media.
Not all social
The
medias. We're
good
not on all
ones.
social medias. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Instagram. We're on Threads. We have a Discord server. And a whole bunch of... Not a whole bunch of other
And
things.
a Gmail account.
And a Gmail account.
Still banned on Reddit.
Still banned on Reddit. Thanks, Davis. That was you. Man, Lost, I'm so excited for our camping trip coming up.
I
It's
know,
gonna
me
be
too.
A lot of fun. I'm sorry you guys couldn't make it, baby Margot, and work for Emily and John. You're
I hate
not-
the outdoors.
You hate the outdoors.
John just said, ain't happening.
He
We're going
just said
hiking.
no. We're going hiking. We're going to go to the Greenbelt and see what we can find. It's going to be a lot of fun. But that's all I got to say. I'm sorry to interrupt this ending with this amazing song by Bard Queen. So go follow her on all social medias that she has. And until next time, see you later.
Summons the battle cry. The kingdoms will fall, the fire ignites, and if we let the heavens war.
Oh, this is a good one, but
It's so fun. You just
it's
want
fun.
to dance.
It's almost done. It's almost done.
I mean, almost done. You put it on repeat already.
I did, but no, I did. No.
See? It's on repeat.
All right. Speaking of repeat, that music's too cheerful for Sparrow, so we'll just do no music, and I'll fill it in later.
Come back. I'm covered in blood and there's 4 dead bodies.
Do you know what I'm professor of? Blood splatter.
All right, well played, Laus. Well played.
You know, I teach. You do. What do you teach? Blood splatter. Sorry. And you see her patrol begin to quickly get down to business. And wrote that wrong. They get down. They don't get down.
It's
They-
another wonderful day for Alexi. Zip.
Oh my god. That's going to be one of those things that I put at the end of the episode. Yes, unfortunately, I was there during
Read
the
your
fight.
notes, Davis. That face shouldn't be that face.
Against the pantheons at war, pain